Hello, this video is a walkthrough for Zapier and how to create a Zap for Callrail and for all the Callrail leads to go into a web form. So we're going to go into an already created Zap and go step by step. So when you create your Zap, these are the steps that you'll want to follow. So first, you're going to want to select Callrail as your app, and you're going to want to get the trigger event phone call completed. Now, there are a few different trigger events for Callrail, but phone call completed is what you want to pull into the web lead sheet whenever you want to track in the web lead sheet that someone actually placed a phone call. So then you'll hit continue, and you'll select which account you want to link the Callrail through. And then you'll want to set up through the proper account. So the account for this is ROI reporting, and then you want to select the proper company within Callrail. And then you want to make sure when you label that the company matches the company in the label for Zapier. This is also a great way to check real quick if the Zap is going to the right account. From there, you can test the trigger to make sure that you're pulling in the data from Callrail. And you'll hit continue. And then the next part you'll move into is for the date formatter. You will select formatter by Zapier, and then you'll also select date and time. This is to make sure that the timestamp from Callrail you can pull in. As you can see, it's kind of ugly. So if we can turn that into a better looking date and time for reporting, it's always beneficial. And then we'll go to test action. Test it to make sure we are changing the date properly. You can always hop back into the drop down to make sure that it does. And as you can see, it looks a lot better. Then we're going to hop into Google Sheet. So you want to make sure you have a Google Sheet prepared, and you want to select Google Sheets as the app, and then create the spreadsheet row. You also want to make sure that the sheet is synced to the proper account. Then you're going to want to set up the action, which is selecting the spreadsheet. Then the worksheet, as instructed in other Zapier videos, you want to make sure that this worksheet inside the spreadsheet is created before you get to this step in Zapier. That way Zapier can pull in the worksheet no problem. And then you can take the Callrail data and start placing it into the fields. So full name is formatted customer name. As you see in Callrail, there's going to be just a customer name, and it's going to be weird format. We like to make sure things look as good as possible, so always use the formatted version in Callrail. As you can see here, there's multiple formatted versions of different entries like duration, phone number, customer name, tracking source, etc. Email, you will not capture from Callrail because this is a caller ID scrape. Phone number, this will be the phone number that placed the call. And then you might not be able to fill in the other fields in the spreadsheet because Callrail only produces so much data. The source of where the lead comes from, the date, as you can see, the formatter is placed in here. You can tell by what app is in Zapier by the little icon next to the field right here. And then you can also add some more statuses, which we prefer to do is add as much data as possible. And you can always add more columns in the spreadsheet in order to add more fields. But this one specifically confirms that the call was answered, and a link directly to the recording if there was a recording at all, and then also the duration of the call. And you can test the action, and the testing of this will produce a new test lead in the spreadsheet. Make sure to check the spreadsheet, see if it worked. If you have any questions about how to create a Callrail Zapier, just let me know.